Josh, and my Dharma train keeps rolling here. Thank you. Appreciate you all being here, and welcome to my healing. Welcome to the back end of the dark night of the soul. How we doing, folks? Hope you're having another awesome dawning and an awesome day. All right, Millie Take makes it easier. Karen, Star, Joyce, Henny, Millie. Thank you for putting all the names in one neat, complete row there, Millie. I really do appreciate that. Helene, how are you doing? We're grateful to have you here. You funny and awesome, beautiful soul. And Millie, thank you for being a part of this. Karen, good dawning. Chris, Star, awesome. All right, Joyce and Lindsay, happy Thanksgiving. Oh, it's Canadian. That's right. Wow, where's the time go? Canada has their Thanksgiving like really early. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving in Canada. If you are from the Great North, like a couple of us, like Lindsay and Fatima, who's in Toronto-ish. And so welcome. We are grateful that all of you are here. This is Monday. So Mondays we go, Monday's a short show. We support John Benny because we support healing. This is all about healing. Much as this is my Dharma, and I'd love to sit here for an hour. I actually can't today. I'm getting new brakes on my automobile. There's a open recall on my 2014, yes, old car, Hyundai Azera that has the ABS module could go out. So I have to replace my anti-lock braking system module so my car doesn't go sliding down the street. I like gloves. Hi, Sam. I'm sure you like gloves too. I appreciate your gloves, Sam, but we're going to put Sam where Sam's gloves. All right. If you like G-Love, I like G-Love and Special Sauce. If you've ever heard them before, they're pretty good. But nonetheless, all right. So welcome. I'm grateful that you're all here. This is welcome to our healing and welcome to your universe. And that's what we do here. If you're new with us, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications when I do go live, which is generally structured here Monday through Friday at the same time. Tomorrow night, and I do not see her in the chat here, Laura will be with us tomorrow doing tarot and oracle with Tuesday Night Live with What's Up with Laura B. She will tell you what's up in your universe, and she's pretty darn good. And she's just such a kind and gentle soul too. Everybody needs somebody like a Laura in your universe. So yeah, and Thursday. And I have to send her a link, of course. Blindly Inspired, or as we better know her as Chris, will be live on the channel. She's going to discuss, I guess you could call it a master. We've got lots of different talents in the chat, in the group. Where'd the chat go, guys? After Sam Gloves there, nobody, but nonetheless. So on Thursday, we're going to have Blindly Inspired, or Chris. She's going to do an hour, and it may be just part one of a few parts, about your home portal, your front door being a portal, and feng shui, as she is a feng shui expert. And feng shui is real. When I had my bed facing the wrong way in my room, with the headboard facing to the north, my feet facing south, I could not sleep. So I ended up sleeping on my couch. Then I rotated my bed with the head facing north or east and the feet facing west. I sleep like a baby. So it all really varies. But if you're having trouble with sleeping with your bed, she can help you with positioning your house, and it's going to be amazing because she's awesome. We spent 3 hours on the phone communicating, and I don't know where the chat went. Everybody stopped chatting. But yeah, so we will see what we've got here. But we're going to do cards. So that's so weird. Not seeing the chat move. All right, so we're going to do Mind Info Oracle cards. Wow, if you're new here, we do cards in the dawning before we get started here, just to kind of set the day, and we'll see what we've got. This week will be Kuan Yin. I know I did Kuan Yin like yesterday. It's just a matter of timing. Sometimes doing a Kuan Yin Oracle read can take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes with uploading, and I don't always have that after the show. So let's go ahead and do a quick, real deep shuffle on these cards here. And we'll see what we've got. But for some reason, I am not seeing the chat move. So I don't know if the chat is frozen on my end. But nonetheless, I hope that you guys are having a great dawning there. And yeah. All right. All right, guys. 17 in the chat. Fantastic. Although for some reason on my end, and I don't know if it's a YouTube deal or what, I can't see the chat move any further. So it stopped with Sam gloves. And what gloves do you have at home? So I don't know. YouTube's weird like that. But what's new? So, at anywho, so I can't see you guys if you're in the chat there. I cannot see it moving. It stopped at Sam gloves. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what we have for the week. It's kind of fun to do this without the chat, right? So we're going to cut these in thirds. And let me see if I can't get the chat to... Ooh, I don't want to start a poll. Nope, interesting. Oh, well. All right, so let's go ahead and stack and pack. We'll see what we got here. All right, so we take the bottom card, and bottom card is have faith. Where are you lacking in faith in your universe? This is weird because I can't see the chat move. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we take the top 3. Bottom card, this is just, I don't know, everybody does cards differently. Celtic crosses, this, that, or the other. For myself, I do what just intuitively. So have faith. All right, so, because gotta love living universe, right? Miracles. Do you believe in miracles? The fact that we're sitting here right now is a miracle. But, all right. Manifest. Did not put the M's together here, but, all right. And finally, all right. Ask for help. So if we're putting things together in our universe here, and again, I still don't see the chat moving. I'm sure you guys are chatting, but the chat on my end, no mas. It froze and don't work. So I don't know. YouTube is weird. Like I'm backing out to see if I can get the chat to go, mind you. So whatever you guys are saying there, I cannot hear, see, or at all. But nonetheless. So I guess today's card is to have faith, right? So what are you not having faith in? That's the question I cannot answer, but have faith. Because miracles can happen. All right. Are you seeing the miracles in your universe? I'm not seeing them in the chat. The chat hasn't moved in 5 minutes. All right. Manifest. What can you manifest? So if you have faith that the miracles happen, that what you've manifested is coming in, you may even have to ask for help. It's these are great cards. It's a great way to start the week. That asking you to have faith this week, because miracles are coming in. Whatever you've manifested here, and you may even need to ask for help. So, what are you manifesting? What are you needing help with? And I don't know, but nonetheless. And again, I apologize. I cannot see the chat. It froze, and it hasn't moved since. Sometimes YouTube does that, and there's nothing I can do on this end to see the chat. So sometimes it freezes in mid-show and never starts back up, no matter what you do. You don't see the chat. So, yeah, YouTube is an amazing, amazing piece of technology when it works. But when it doesn't work, yeah, you see the beginning of the chat, but you don't see anything else. All right. So what are you manifesting in your universe? What are you looking to have faith on in your universe? And crazy as it is here, but nonetheless, we are grateful that, yeah, we're grateful that you're all here. But all right, so going to go to work with the quartz. We've got, we're talking stones, right? So we've got this is smoky quartz. So smoky quartz works well with balance, with kind of finding that balance within yourself, grounding and clearing energies as well, and your root chakras. So we're going to work with that. And of course, if you're not watching during the dawning there, make sure you get over to Chris the Volunteer. Chris has been working with Archangel Gabriel, and he's doing it like we're doing today is Kuan Yin. He does a daily Archangel Gabriel card. So if you can get over there And again, I can't see you guys in the chat, so I apologize. Chat froze and it never started back up, and so weird. But nonetheless, grateful and nonetheless. So what we're going to do is work with the smoky quartz. We're going to bring in Saint Germain, do a little channeling, and then we're going to get you guys over to John Binney this dawning. And if, of course, when we get too close there, I can't see if it's in there or not, but Millie or somebody can put that into the chat. We'll be grateful for that as well. But hopefully you had a great weekend. We're going to do energetics as well. We're going to do our grounding and our cord cutting. It is Monday, so on Mondays we do cord cutting. This show's about energetics and creating your universe. It may not be the most exciting thing. I'm not trying to diss my own show, but creating your universe using energetics to do so. Everything is energetic, and so with Saint Germain, that's kind of the focus of this channel is energetics and creating your universe and the living energetics that you're within. And so every Monday we do cord cutting. We do cord cutting from our parents, our grandparents, our brothers, sisters, siblings, and whatnot, close family. You can use your husband or wife in that as well, and your children. But basically what we do is we cut cords from those who energetically have been, exactly, in our universe, that we're not removing them, we're just removing negative energetics from people. So if you're new here, basically cord cutting is real simple. It's just imagining situations or people like your parents and cutting the negative cords. We're not removing them from our frame. We're not moving anything positive. We're just removing the heavy, dense energetics that they have been placing on us in our universe, and that we've been carrying around most of our lives. By removing those dense energetics, by asking them to be released, by cutting the cords of the heavier energetics and removing them from our frame, it lightens us up. And that's the whole idea, is that we're lightening up our energetics. That's why we go over to John Binney, so that we can lighten our energetics from the inside out on a daily basis there. But so yeah, and let's see if we can get the chat to spin here. If there's any physical way. Nope, the chat is not going to spin on my end. So nothing I can do about that. If you're in the chat and saying anything, I apologize. I cannot see it. It froze with Sam Gloves there and has not moved forward. And it does that about once a week. I just never really mentioned it, that the chat, if you ever do a YouTube channel and you have a live chat on your YouTube channel and you expect to see your chat, about once a week, this chat just freezes, stops spinning, and doesn't work. So, and then you can't back out of it. You can't get it to move, and you have to close it. I'd have to cancel this and start it up again to see any living chat. So just keep that in mind, that 1/5 of the time it doesn't work. But remember back in the day, it was like the 90s, late 2000s, early 2000s, you'd get on and try to download a song, and it'd take you 5 hours. Or remember trying to download a picture, and it would be like clink, 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 clink. So if the chat doesn't want to work, but the rest of it does, that's pretty good. I'm not going to argue. We know how technology used to be. And back in the day when the old YouTube, remember you'd watching somebody and they just disappear or whatever. Like, what happened? So really we have no argument. It's just... learning how to roll with the energetic punches in your universe is always a good deal, right? So if, from your end, if you're energetically, it's about learning how to roll with the punches, right? And if you can't see the chat in your universe, so to speak, you still gotta keep rolling with it. So from our end, what we're gonna do is cut some cords. We're gonna cut cords from our parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, anybody close in your family, especially if you had and any negative you had over the weekend. So if you have anything hanging out, any dangling participles from your universe over the weekend there, anything that was negative energetically, we're going to cut those cords as well. So what we do in cutting cords, like we said, is just write it on the chalkboard and erase it, pull it out. You can write it down and ball it up, whatever you want to do. You can put their name on a paper airplane and pitch it off a roof. That works too. Just pick up the paper airplane when you get down to the ground level there. But anything works. It's just about moving energetics and removing those names in your frame, really, and pulling those energies out. If you could see it, you'd see the light cords coming out as you cut them. But we only, it's a feeling universe, not a seeing universe. So that's why we see very little of the light spectrum. If you saw the true light spectrum, you wouldn't be able to move. It's just like every which way. I mean, you turn on the violet flame, right? You would just see flames shooting up in front of you. So, all right, so let's go ahead and cut some cords. It takes about a minute. We're going to cut cords from our parents, anything that happened over the weekend that we don't want to carry in our frame throughout the week. So if, like, maybe you got cut off at the grocery store, we've used that before, or the bicyclist in front of the car, we just remove the energy. It's that simple. All right, so take a moment, on your own. This is a self-guided exercise, so if you can, if you're driving, please do not drive and close your eyes here. And again, I can't see you in the chat, so I apologize. But so if you're driving, just do it. But otherwise, if you're with us, just take a deep breath in and release, and another breath. All right, so we're cutting cords from our weekend. So anything that was crappy over the weekend, we're going to cut those cords. Any energetics that are sitting in our crawl, maybe and you can use this for really, if there's something that's just frustrating you right now, you can use this moment as well, energetically speaking, to cut that as well. So let's go ahead and do so. So take a moment on your end there, and we're going to go ahead and cut the energetics of anything that's really in our crawl, from our parents, family, our kids, anything that we might be thinking about, anything that's giving free space in our head, right? In our soul. All right, so cutting those cords. I'm just erasing it from the chalkboard. So I put dad, erase it. My dad has no frontal lobe, so he calls me at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I said, Dad. Then he doesn't remember, and he calls me right back. Erase. It's not his fault. He doesn't know any better, but it's energetics that I have to deal with, so I erase it. All right, so what are you clearing from your end? Cutting cords. All right, so you can continue to do that, and of course you can do that throughout the day. If you have an issue where somebody's up your crawl, so to speak, you don't have to carry the energetics home or with you. Just pull it out and cut the cord. It's kind of hard to do this without the physical chat rolling here, because you guys are all a part of this. It's like Mr. Floyd with myself, but the family, I can't see the family because the chat doesn't move. The chat froze and stuck and doesn't move. So, but that's what it is. All right. So, also what we're going to do as well is we've been doing our 15-second project. Hopefully you've been doing that as well, and you did so Saturday and Sunday. If not, it doesn't kill the energetics, but I mean, it's only a minute. But nonetheless, we're going to ground into that as well, and do a quick second on our 15-second project. And we have about 10 minutes, and we'll get over to John Benny. Mondays are always the shortest show, because we do want to get you over to John. It's not like we're trying to dump my show to John's energetics, but I do support what he does. And I know that from your end, and when I was in my darker night of the soul, having a show like John after doing this, and then being able to get over to John and get more clearing, especially on a Monday where you can start your week off in a kind of a fresher state. I'm all for that. I know you guys aren't going anywhere, and tomorrow can be a longer show. Plus, I got to get my brakes fixed today. Yay. Grateful at least get the brakes fixed. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do our 15-second project. If you're new with us here, what we've been doing, this is an energetic show. I'm teaching, just Saint Germain is teaching me, and I'm teaching you through Saint Germain, Archangel Raphael, and the like, how energetics work and how we create our universe, and everything is energetic. And in this case, we're talking about manifesting and holding 15 seconds of energy into the greater source field of what we want by holding it, feeling it, seeing it, and then lifting it into the greater source field. We create our universe that way. We're actively manifesting what we want in our universe. And as long as we don't verbally or energetically erase it from the board and take it back, then generally it shows up in our frame. And I was just kind of thinking about that the other day. When I moved, I'm in Longmont, Colorado, right? When I moved to Colorado, and I don't know why I said it, but I must have had some sort of inkling of my Akashic records, but I said in a year and a half, I'm moving to Longmont. But I never took it back. I never did anything with it. I just let it go. And within a year and 5 months and 28 days, I moved to Longmont, Colorado. So it was 2 days off, 6 months, a year and a half that I moved to Longmont. So if you don't take it back and you just let it go, it shows up. And if you keep adding energetics to it and you don't take it back, it can show up in an even bigger way. So, so whatever you're manifesting there, as long as you see yourself with it, see it in your universe there by November 11th as our drop date there, and you don't take it back, most likely it'll show up in your frame. So let's go ahead, at least in some form, or better, because you're here now. This is October. A month from now, you could be up here, right? Whole different frame and a higher vibration. So you always want to say or better as well when you're manifesting. So let's go ahead and take a moment then and do our manifestation. If you're new here, just pause the video, see what you want in your universe, see it. As Dr. Joe Dispenza would say, see it, feel it, hold it in your heart for 15 seconds. So would Abraham Hicks, let it go. and then just ride the river of your universe until it shows up. All right, so let's take 15 seconds here and pause. If you're new here, like I said, pause the video if you're watching and rewind. As well, you need to pause if you don't have anything specific that you want to manifest, then just pause the video. But otherwise, you guys have been with us, and we've been doing this for over a month now, going on 2 months. So let's see what we get. All right, so take a moment here. If you're with us, take a deep breath. If you're driving, energetics, do not take a deep breath and close your eyes. Exactly, you may manifest a new car bill, a tow truck, right, exactly. Favor. But otherwise, take a deep breath with me and release. And another deep breath. And again, I'm sorry, guys, I cannot see the chat. And then deep breath. All right. And so let's go ahead and do our manifestation. Again, all we have to do is visualize and feel. However you choose to do that. You can be in the car. You can be driving the car. You can have the money. You can cash the check. Whatever you feel, whatever it is in your universe, you can move out, move in. You can sign paperwork saying goodbye, whatever you're doing in your universe. Or maybe if you're wanting to do that. It's a big D, but whatever works for you. So take a moment and let's do our manifestation. 15 seconds and we will begin now. So we're manifesting, we're seeing what we want in our universe on our Monday short show. All right, there we go. My manifestation. All right, so keep that up. When you're out in your universe there, if you're just sitting in your car, you can continue to do that. You can do that at any time. If you see what you're manifesting, if it's a vehicle or a stack of hundreds, which may be pulled out of circulation shortly. But nonetheless, if you see what you're manifesting, you know, maybe it's a purple Toyota Tundra. So when you see one, feel it, own it as yours, right? What do you want in your universe? It's a living universe. Just tell it what you want and allow it to bring it to you. It's almost that simple. We complicate it by putting our own energetics in front of it and our own worth or worthlessness or what have you. So we complicate these things, but the universe is really just a big Xerox machine of our manifestations. And if we are in vibration with what we want and we don't have an internal vibration that's pulling ourselves away from it with worthlessness or what have you, it shows up in our frame. All right, so we got a few more minutes here. We've got a smoky quartz here, and I'll bring in Saint Germain. We'll do a little bit of smoky quartz work. If you're amenable, then you would just stay on with us. If you're not willing to do energetics, then of course, understandable. Your energetics it's your choice. Then you can either drop out of the chat there, or drop out of the video, or jump over to John there. All right, so with smoky quartz, again, smoky quartz is grounding. Big thing about smoky quartz is it's going to ground you. It'll help absorb some of those heavier energetics within you. It works with your lower chakras as well, and it can work with creativity. But mostly it's here to clear. And smoky quartz will take the idea of the smoke in the quartz is that it's the denser energy, right? So it takes smoky, your denser, darker energies into the smoky quartz itself. This one's a little, what they call rutilated. It's a little beat up, but it's old. This thing, I've had this thing probably since high school. There's when I went to hitchhike, I abandoned most of my stuff. You need to see like Jared or myself. You take the walk, right? You call it the walk. I abandoned 90% of my stuff. What's cool is most of the stuff I have behind it's better than the stuff I had before. But this I took with me. I threw it in my backpack. So this has been around since 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, 9th grade. When I purchased this in 9th grade. So yeah, so we're going to work with the smoky quartz. It'll be, this would go in good tandem with, and again, if he's in the chat, I apologize. Chris, the volunteer, generally he's working, but watching on the side. But Chris, the volunteer here with his sacral chakra bowl, if you have smoky quartz while you're watching his sacral chakra bowl, which is always a good thing, I would recommend in your dawning there, a great way to start today is to watch Chris's Gabriel card, because it's up way earlier than mine. He's East Coast as well. And it's up hours before anything that I'm going to post. But to watch Chris's Gabriel card, and then watch the sacral chakra bowl. And if you have any smoky quartz that you can use that to ground while you're watching the sacral chakra bowl, that would be really helpful, probably, in your universe. But let's work with the smoky quartz here and see what we get. We're going to do some energetics. We'll bring in Saint Germain, and then we'll get you guys over to John Benny. I apologize again. Guys, whoever was in the chat there, I cannot see for some reason, and it's occasional, the chat will freeze and it doesn't move again. And there's nothing I can do about it. The fact that it works, all this technology works to begin with, blows my mind. Remember back in the day when you'd like LimeWire and all that, and you try to download a song, and then your computer would freeze up, and it's like, I just want that one song, and you just couldn't get that song, and then you finally got it like 2 hours later, and it's like, yes, right, you got the one song. 2 hours later, finally you found the right LimeWire server. So yeah. I mean, you know, I'm grateful. This is crazy how all this works. But if I can't see the chat, I will see you in the chat tomorrow. But I'll also see you in the chat in John Benny. But either way, let's go ahead and work with Smoky Quartz, and we'll bring in Saint Germain. Generally, I'm a conscious channeler. And hey, if you watch Tara Arnold there, she channels, she would be like Saint Germain. And if you watch Tara Arnold from the beginning, go to the oldest videos, she's sitting by a lake channeling Saint Germain. But that's nonetheless. All right. Saint Germain likes lakes. He likes to bring his channelers to lakes, I guess. But if you click on her newest one, she's doing it. Well, it's not an open eye channel. It's an open eye channel, but she's receiving the channeling and then verbalizing it, but not like flowing it. But it's definitely an upswing in the way she's channeling. And so yeah, I don't know, changes in everybody's universe here. But so let's go ahead and if you haven't watched, it's a good message from Tara Arnold. There, she would be like my contemporary, or I would be her contemporary because she's been doing this longer than I have with Saint Germain, but. From Saint Germain here, Tara Arnold would be like your sister, right? You are like the contemporaries. You are like my wingman, right? So you have Tara Arnold, you have me, you have Daniel Scranton, who will channel me occasionally as well. And there are others out there, but for you, it's Tara Arnold and you are the main channelers on YouTube, of course. For Saint Germain, there are others that are hiding, but you will not see them per se unless you are digging around. But you go watch Tara Arnold. She will do her first open eye channeling, where she is receiving the message, seeing it, and then repeating it back. She's not flowing it, but it is a huge step in channeling for Tara Arnold. So we are grateful that you are here. We're going to work with the Smoky Carts and hoping that you had the best weekend ever. We cannot see you in the chat. Saint Germain apologizes there. We are still seeing Sam Gloves, and he liked his gloves. But nonetheless, you are having time in your universe to interrupt somebody else's YouTube video when naming yourself Sam Gloves and talk about liking gloves on YouTube and doing crazy stuff. That is up to you, but do realize the energetics will come back to you in your universe. If you are putting out energetics where you are going to be disruptive or negative or put something that you do not understand down in a lower vibration, then really it's going to come back to you because people are not going to understand your vibration. So whatever you are vibrating, whatever you are giving energetically to others, right, comes back karmatically to you. So in your universe, if you are going to put down other people's universes, you better expect in your universe the 180 that's going to come back to you in your frame one day, because it does. It's all energetics, right? So if you are putting out the dissing energetics, then you have to understand that you are going to have to be the recipient of same dissing energetics in your universe at some point. And it may not be now, it may not be next week, but it may be a year from now. And you're going, why are these people dissing me? I'm trying to start a YouTube channel, and there's all these rude people in here doing crazy stuff. Because you put out those energetics. Your universe is saying, oh, this is what you have put out. So you have to get the karmatic, energetic return. If you're putting out love to channels, even if you do not understand, then you are going to get that love, that frame back into your universe. It all works that way. But nonetheless, let's work with the Smoky Carts. The Smoky Carts from Saint Germain is going to work with your root chakra, your sacral chakra. It's going to help square you up. It can help with your third eye as well. But really, the Smoky Carts, think of the Smoky Carts, the smokiness in the carts holding your denser traumatic energies, right? So we are going to let's use the Smoky Carts and work with that for you on this good dawning today. And we're hoping that you have a good dawning and that your moon day is amazing as you are. And again, we cannot see you in the chat, so we apologize, but nonetheless. All right, so we are working with this is Smoky Carts. So you always recommend to have clear carts will hold our energies, right? It's whatever you program. Smoky Carts is here to clear the denser negative energies. So we are going to work with the Smoky Carts. There we go. But in your universe, if the chat in your universe stops scrolling, can you continue in your universe to improvise, right? Can you use improvised energetics in your universe? It's the question here. But nonetheless, we'll smoke your cards. And hopefully you'll have a lighter day. We're going to do what we always do. We tap on your third eye. First, we are going to tap into your crown chakra. So we go from the top, right? Like a salt shaker. Shaking the energetics into your crown chakra. Let me go to your third eye. You want to break up your third eye. 0 water filter on YouTube, right? Or on Amazon. They are less than $50 for a 0 water, right? You get the water filter, you get the container, and you get 0 fluoride. You can break up your pineal gland, right? If you get 0 water, you get 0 fluoride in your water, and it will break up your pineal gland. You can decalcify your pineal gland by drinking from the 0 water. But nonetheless, one in the chat bought a 0 water filter, and hopefully she's having 0 fluoride in her water, right? All right, we're going to get your throat chakra. Then we are going to get you over to John Benny and your heart chakra. So we cannot see the chat, but if somebody will put into the chat John Benny's website, YouTube, we will be grateful. All right, Saint Germain. We'll go down. I'm going to pull via energetics, smooth out with the crystal. What we are pulling out is energetics of negativity, of heaviness, of doubt, of fear, of mistrust in your universe. We do not want those energetics in our frame, right? What is hiding in your frame? That is why we go to John Benny, because he can see inside. This is all set up for you, for your highest healing, of your understanding of what is going on. John Benny, there's no coincidence that we are doing outside energetics here, and then we have John Benny twice a week right behind the show. Your universe works and conspire to help you if you allow it, right? But do you see that? All righty. We're going to smooth this out and get you over to John Benny for today. But remember, in your universe, it is conspiring to help you, and we will title this that as well. Your universe is conspiring with Mr. Floyd here and then John Benny behind, and we are doing energetics. You are finding ways to heal yourself, and we are grateful that you are here healing yourself. And if we see Sam Gloves tomorrow, we will not push the button to stop Sam Gloves, which will stop the chat, right? But nonetheless, we are grateful that you are here. We are grateful that you have been here, and we are grateful for you. Saint Germain, Mother Isis, Kuan Yin, all of us here who channel through Josh, we are grateful that you are here, that you are spending your dawning watching his dawning, his good dawning, and you are having a good dawning with yourself. We are grateful that you are here in this moon day, and we are hoping that you have the best moon day ever. We are going to get you over to John Benny here. So we are grateful. We love you. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. Now it's just mostly Saint Germain because we're going to bring somebody in, right? Archangel Raphael can channel on his own. We do not need Saint Germain any further. I combined my energies with Saint Germain for Josh so that he would understand as he knew my energetics. So I was the intermediary between Josh and Saint Germain. But Saint Germain is now very familiar with Josh's energetics and can do that on his own. So Archangel Raphael here does not need to be combined with Saint Germain, although the energetics may contain a little bit of myself just for Josh's familiarity. As you can see, I channel on my own through Josh. I love you. Heal yourself. If you are in pain, remember, you are your own light. Call upon us. We are here for you. Archangel Raphael is here to help you heal if you choose to heal. The choice has to be yours. All right, he just disappeared. All right, so there we go. Where's Saint Germain? He kind of took. Archangel Raphael's energetics take over Saint Germain. He didn't come back. Sometimes he'll come back like with Isis. It would be like he's like like a TV host, right? Like, hey, I'm back. But nonetheless, all right, I'm grateful for you guys. I guess that was the channeling, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the dawning. I'm gonna go get my brakes fixed. We'll get you over to John Benny. Somebody can put again. I cannot see the chat, so I'm gonna have to watch the live, the replay, so I can see the chat. But I can't see the chat for 24 hours. So not until late tonight tomorrow before I can see the chat. But nonetheless, I'll have to go back and watch it. But I'm grateful you guys are here. If somebody can put John Benny in the chat, I'm grateful. I cannot see that. But nonetheless, we are going to end this here and hopefully see you tomorrow in the dawning as well, where we will have a longer show. Remember, tomorrow's 2 for Tuesday. So Laura B, if you're here, I do not know. I cannot see. My chat stopped at like 5 minutes into the show. But nonetheless, Laura B, we will see you tomorrow at 2 for Tuesday. Laura is doing Tuesday Night Live with What's Up. Fantastic. Thursday, if you're here blindly inspired, grateful. I cannot see you, but I will send you my floor plan. So blindly inspired does floor plan. So I need to send her the floor plan of my apartment, like where my couch is. It's not that big. And then she can see feng shui wise how it works, which side is east and west. So I put all that on paper, which I'll do this afternoon or this evening. This evening when I get home from fixing my car. And I gotta sit at the auto shop because it's kind of in the sticks and I don't have a ride. So don't know a lot of people in Colorado either, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so we go to the auto shop and ground at the Hyundai dealership for the next 6 to 8 hours. But grateful that it's getting fixed. And so yeah, blindly inspired. I will get that out to you today. So Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern time, and that's going to be like 1 a.m. for blindly inspired. So keep that in mind. She's going to talk feng shui with all y'all, and we will go from there. And tonight on the Medium channel, thank you, Adam, for moving things around. Tonight on the Medium channel at 7 p.m., Adam will be live. I guess the full moon this week. So if you want to check that, I'll see you in the chat there too, I'm sure. But otherwise, I love you guys. I am appreciative of all of you and that you would spend your dawning here with my mug. And I'm grateful to spend my dawning with you, even if I can't see you in the chat. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And we're all family here. And maybe doing some revamping of the show, making it better, not worse, but better, bringing more guests in the dawning, kind of shift things up a little bit, trying to add some more to it. If there's anything you want to see in the good dawning, email me at Mr Floyd channelings with an S at gmail.com. You can put it in the chat tomorrow, leave a comment. If you would want to leave a comment anyways, I'm grateful. YouTube appreciates your thumbs up and your comments, and so does the Al Gore rhythm, even though Al Gore has no rhythm. And Tipper Gore tried to get rid of all of our music, leave us with swing music and big band and nothing that's happy. But nonetheless, there you go. So anything that had a cuss word. Tipper Gore wanted to ban it from your universe. Gotta love it. That would even ban The Who. But nonetheless, gotta love your universe. Don't let anybody ban anything from you. Keep your own energetics. I love you. Stay awesome. Have the best moon day ever because you're worthy of it. I will see you over in John's chat where we can chat because I can't chat here. And see you in the next. Stay awesome. Love you guys.